Hey all, it's Vintage Vinny, and welcome to another antique mall haul. I visited a place that I haven't been to in about a couple of months, and I'm really happy that I found a lot of stuff. So the first group of items we're going to be looking at came from a booth that was 75% off. The person was leaving the mall, going out of business, and that's really sad to me because, I'm sure this person was there for a long time, and, right now in the times we're in, money's tight for a lot of people, and yeah. But you'll see some of the prices that this person had on some of their stuff, and it's a wonder why it didn't sell for that price, even with like maybe 10 or 20% off in the booth. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The first item we're looking at is a Tiara glass Chantilly pink satin bee-covered dish. It was originally $22.50. At 75% off, that brought the cost down to $5.63. I don't know how well it's going to show up in here, but we've got bees on the lid, and then we've got beehives. Oops, sorry, that's not showing it very well. So we've got beehives, and we've also got bees going to the hive, I believe. I think it's pressed glass, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I did look these up, and they go for about, $25 to maybe $35 roughly. This one's in good shape, so I'll probably ask a little bit more for it. Now, typically, I'm trying to steer clear of the larger items, but this isn't really an awkward-shaped item. It's more of just like, something that would fit into a box, no problem. So this was a really interesting piece. I don't know much about art glass, that's more Jocelyn's alley, but this piece, originally, the guy was asking about $49 for. With the discount, it came up to $12.25. I would consider it art glass, but I really liked the color. It definitely screams spring to me because you got hints of yellow and hints of blue in there. I guess you could call that a clear bottom. Again, I don't know much about art glass. I don't even know if this is vintage or if this is something you can pick up at like Marshall's or Home Goods for like $12.99 or something like that. But, I mean, it's got a little bit of weight to it, and I don't really know how to research it because I just don't know what to go by, but I really like the color, and if it doesn't happen to be, like, something really special or made by, like, a special artist, I'll more than likely put that in a live sale. I think that that's just a really fun piece to decorate with for springtime. So this is a really neat piece. It's a Bonanza salt dish, and it's got a wooden lid, and I believe you either hang it on the wall or you can leave it on the counter, and for when you're cooking. Originally, this guy had it priced at $29, and I thought that was a little steep. I wouldn't have even paid 20% off of that. But I did get it for $7.25. This will more than likely end up in a live sale. I think if I offer this up, someone will really enjoy it. If you are into the farmhouse look, or if you like, shabby chic, I think this would fit into that really nicely too. If I had to date this, probably the 1970s, 1960s. I don't know if this was something that you were given, like if you went to a Bonanza Steakhouse and this was kind of like a promotional giveaway, or if this was something you bought in a store. It doesn't really say anything on it. The only thing I would like to mention, aside from the gold rubbing off of the lettering from age, is that there is a slight little chippy doodle right there. But that's okay, because you know what that just says? That it was loved, and we all like that with our vintage items. So this piece is the second most expensive from the 75% off booth, and it was $9.38. The person noted on there that it's a Scandinavian vase from the 50s. I don't know if that's true or not because I'm not really much of a pottery expert. They originally had it for $37.50. That would have been a really huge risk for me because that to me sounds like it was priced at retail. And I'm noticing right here I don't know if that's a chip, but it doesn't feel like it. I don't see anything on the inside that indicates it was chipped at all. So that might just be a defect or maybe a crack in the glaze or something. But it was interesting, and I decided to go ahead and take the risk for $9.38. If it doesn't happen to be worth anything, I'll more than likely offer it at a live sale and see where it goes from there. So funny story with this Borden's ice cream set here. I originally thought that this was sold as a set together because I saw the $9 price tag on the bottom. And by the way, that brings this to $2.25 after the discount. And I originally thought, like I said, that it was all 3 pieces, you know, the spoon, the cup, and then the little button here. I thought it was $9 for all 3, and I thought, you know, even with 75%, that was still a good price. But much to my dismay, I didn't look at the back, and the button was tagged separately for $7.95. So with the discount, I ended up getting it for $2. So that's really what I was going for. This is, you know, great if you like that in your kitchen, like the old like wax cups and things like that. This is what I wanted, and I wanted to put it in my junk jar because I wanted to save it. And Elsie is, you know, Elsie is Borden's. That's just what she was known for. I don't even know, is Borden still around? I think it might be. I don't know for sure, though. But this will be in my junk jar. I may look it up just to see if it's worth anything. And I don't think it is, but hey, what the heck? I got it for $2. That's perfect to me. So what's really interesting about this antique mall is the one side has a lot of vintage, you know, older stuff. And then you've got the other side, and the first part of that side is like the antique-y type stuff. And then you go a little bit further into the mall, and it gets to be like more flea market-y and, you know, junky. And that's usually where I can find a lot of the good stuff. And they even have a clearance room where everything, I guess, that people left from, you know, the previous vendors left their stuff, so I guess the mall took possession of it, and they marked it down from whatever the vendor was asking. So that's usually fun, and I can find some pretty good stuff in that half-off room. And this is one of them. This is a Shaffer metal beer tray. It was originally $9.95 from the vendor, and they marked it down half, so I got it for about $5. So these trays, Shaffer, especially because this one's kind of, I don't want to say it's kind of bland, but it is. It's just white with the Shaffer logo. There's like nothing that pops out at you. So this tray just doesn't have a whole lot of value, but I think somebody who just likes just to have the logo of a well-known beer company, I think would enjoy this. This will more than likely end up in a live sale, maybe for $12, $15. So this item, it was, well, first I should probably tell you what it is. It's a planter. They had her marked Lady in Gray. She's got red, and then you've got the gray. She's wearing a hat. Looks very Edwardian to me, but it's a Japanese import. I can't make out the foil tag right there, but it is in really good shape. Nothing's been chipped or broken off of her. Down here's a little rough, but I guess that's just normal with age. There's the plant right there. I think she would look really cool in like a fall vignette, or maybe even just I don't know, everyday display. So she'll end up in a sale. I'll probably ask about $15, $16 for her. So I spotted this lamp in one particular booth. They had a bunch of different things. They had some industrial stuff, some ceramics, like a whole mishmash of stuff, which is my type of booth. And I was looking on the shelves, and I saw like a bunch of shades and stuff, and then I spotted this. I really, really like that blue, and I'm not typically a fan of brass, but I really think the contrast of the brass with that blue makes it look really, really cool. I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to be keeping this or not. I more than likely am, because I really do like it. And I can get a modern day shade. I don't need a vintage shade to go with this, because most of the vintage shades that are out there are really not my taste at all. Or maybe I can get a fiberglass shade for this. That would be cool too. We'll see what happens. More than likely, I'll probably just go to Walmart and get one of them modern day shades. But who knows? Maybe a really nice blue fiberglass shade will come into my life at some point, and I'll add it to this. This lamp with a marble base and brass was $12. I do need to rewire it, but that's okay. I have no problem doing that because that is an easy task to complete. So that was all the larger stuff from this haul. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the smaller goods. So I paid $5.75 for this dog here. I believe it's a beagle, or I could be wrong. Some of the dog breeds I just don't know all that well. I know Lab, and I know Dachshund. So this was more than likely made by Royal Copley. I will probably have it in a sale for maybe about $12. So this was really, really cool, and I'm really glad that I picked it up. It's a Bisquick Recipe Box. I really like the bright colors on it. You got the biscuits. I mean, that's just fantastic, isn't it? You could put this out at Halloween if you wanted to because of the orange. I believe this is from the 1970s. The person had it in their booth. Whoops. They marked it $5.15, saying that it was from the 80s. These are possibly from the 80s, but my dad says that most of these advertising boxes were from the 70s. Kind of when that Americana motif was in, especially for the bicentennial. So this was really cool. I will look this recipe tin up first and determine whether or not I want to list it on eBay, or I may put it in a live sale. Or I may keep it for myself because I really do like those graphics. For $4.50, I found another one of those Mothball Vaporizers that you can hang in your closet. Can't really see anybody using mothballs nowadays because they do smell, and I think they have toxic chemicals in them. But I really liked the colors on this one, and I thought this one was very, very springy. So I may end up selling that one at a sale, possibly. And I forgot about these. These came from that 75% off booth. They are recipe cards. There's a bunch of them in there. I would say these are probably from the 80s, I would say. There's still a bunch of them in there. I think these would be great for junk journaling. I wouldn't know what to charge for them because I don't know. But I know that people who are doing crafting will probably enjoy having these. And they were, I think, $1.25. Still in the original box. They've got that old style stove on them. So I think these will do pretty darn well at a live sale. So my inner trusty huckster came out of me when I saw these. These are metal stamped coasters. There was fruit and ducks. I did look them up, and they don't seem to be going for a whole lot of money, so I may sell them at a sale. I think there are... Am I out of focus? I think I am. So I think there are about 8 of them here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, there's 8 of them. Most of them are fruit designs. And then we've got the duck, and that one's a little dirty, but that'll clean up, because aluminum I don't think rusts. So those will end up in a live sale, trusty huckster style. Now you all know that I do like my nautical themed Avon bottles. This came from the 50% off room at this antique mall. I had one of these a while ago, and I bought it at my local thrift store. I think it was my Salvation Army, and I paid 50 cents for it. But the angelfish on the front was kind of faded, and so was the image on the back. And it also didn't have the original stopper. And let me tell you something. This is stuck in there really, really well. So if you were to use this or reuse this, you know that the soap or the liquid that you put in there was not going to come out. So whoever had this originally was asking $5.99 for it. I wouldn't have paid that because I think that's a little too much in my opinion. I did pay the 50% off price of $3, and I think that that was more fair. And I think it would look good with all my other Nautical Avon decanters. I did pick this piece up. It was $8.79. I believe it's a Fenton piece because it's marked hand-painted by K. Brunny. I was disappointed to find out that this doesn't glow under the black light. See, it doesn't glow, and I thought it was custard glass, but it just doesn't glow. But it is very springy. I will do my research and see if this happens to have any value. If not, it will go into the live sale. I'm trying to find things that are very spring-themed, especially for March, April, and May. Come June, July, I will probably end up doing summery-type items. You know, once the fall rolls around, I'll start seeing if I can find some fall-related items. And so forth into Christmas, yada, yada, yada. You get the picture. This was a really, really good find, and I'm not going to take it out of the packaging because I don't want to accidentally break it. I found a glass candy ornament, and it was originally 75 cents, but the booth was having 20% off, so I got it for 60 cents. So that's really, really fun. That's kind of like mercury with gold on it. I've never seen an ornament like that, so I was happy to have that for my collection of vintage ornaments. Now, the last item, and I wasn't going to show it because I thought of Katie from Vintage and Vinyl, and I have a couple of things that I want to send to her, and I don't normally like to share, or at least I've changed my method of not sharing things that I bought for other people. So this was $4.95. However, upon inspecting my receipt, or my, what do you want to call that? They take the tags off of most of the items, so it's what they call an itemized sheet, I think. And I was just going over it because my bill was $171, and it wasn't until just literally about a couple hours ago that I discovered that the mall accidentally charged me $54.95 for this, so I got way overcharged for this. But it's a mug, an ashtray set. It's got the different cards on it, the clubs, you know, the Ace of Clubs, King of Clubs, Queen of Clubs, Jack of Clubs, and 10 of Clubs. It says made in Japan, and the ashtray is King of Clubs, also marked Japan on the bottom. So tomorrow I'm going to have to call them and tell them about the accident. And I know it wasn't done on purpose. You know, people make mistakes. We're all human. But yeah, I wondered why my bill, after I looked at it, why it was $171, because after they refund me the $50, I'll only be in all that stuff for $121. So that makes me feel a lot better because I did spend quite a bit. You'll see in the next Antique Mall haul what I mean, because, yeah. So that is everything that I would like to share with you all today. Let me know in the comments section below, what was your favorite item or favorite items I shared in this video? So that's all I have for you today. Be sure and give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure and click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to get notified when new videos are uploaded. Be sure and check me out on Instagram, the link to it is down below as well, where you will see pictures of items to come in future haul videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye guys!